Welcome back to another episode of the Crypto Serpent, and if you do enjoy the videos, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Alright, so we do have quite a bit to cover off. There's been, some interesting moves that are happening at the moment in the marketplace. And those particular moves that are taking place are making some of you believe that we're about to begin an altcoin season. Now, as much as I'm really enjoying to see, Dillinger, VeChain, back at the top of the trending charts. Obviously Dillinger has made some huge moves today. 76% in a day is monstrous. We've got 18% VeChain, which you haven't seen VeChain do 18% in quite a while. But some of you are starting to get a little bit ahead of yourselves, calling an altcoin season. Now, please, there's nothing more than I want than an altcoin season, right? It's the serpent we're talking about here. But I do want you guys to not jump to conclusions too quickly. Now, for those of you that perhaps maybe this is the very first time that you're starting to research about XRP, or maybe even some of you seasoned veterans that have been holding XRP for a while, it's hard sometimes to keep momentum and keep the enthusiasm up when you see your coins not move much. And you must start to think, oh, maybe I might switch. Or maybe I might, look, this one's pumping, I might just jump on that green candle. Let me tell you something, jumping on green candles has never worked. It will never work, and just stop doing that because it just simply doesn't work. You find a good project, you hold on, and you wait until you're happy with the profits you've made, and then you sell. That's basically what this is all about. Now, in the case of Ripple, Ripple.com was updated towards the end of last year. So there are quite a lot of things which are new on this particular website that, even if you are, even if you believe that this project back to front, it's good to come back to. And, I certainly do. I come back and I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot about that. Or I forgot about this little detail. So I really encourage you guys to do that because it's really important. When it comes to on-demand liquidity, check out the website. Check out what they're up to, what they're saying about it. Free your working capital is essentially the big incentive around on-demand liquidity. And how different companies are using on-demand liquidity as well to solve real-world problems. The reason why XRP is mentioned daily on this channel is because it solves the biggest problem there is out there, which is on-demand liquidity. So that's why it features on the channel every single day, because it solves the biggest problem. It's liquid, it's fast, and it's affordable. And that's why it's going to change how a lot of people do business forever. It will change how we do business globally around the world, how we transfer money from one country to another, from one person to another, from a freelancer all the way to the other side of the world to here in Australia, sunny Adelaide, which by the way, we've got a gorgeous day here today. Now, how on-demand liquidity works. If you don't know the answer to this by now, then I really suggest that you brush up on it because it's really important. All the certifications that this company's got. Again, these are just really important things. Secure upfront capital for your payments. Not something that we often talk about, but something that is important to discuss. Send now, pay later with a line of credit. Now, again, if you don't know about it, today's a great day to start doing this stuff, right? To really get your handle on it. I had a guy once said, just a couple of days ago, said to me, "Isn't that like a payments company? Like they didn't even know that it had its own blockchain." That's how little people know about this stuff. So make sure that you do. Make sure that you're well researched. And they got audio podcasts as well. Blockstars, which is the one that they call. Blockstars is a Ripple produced podcast that shines a spotlight on some of today's most innovative and impactful thinkers in blockchain and around the world. Have you ever heard an episode of it? Again, just little things, but little things make big changes. So again, I want you guys to be well prepared. I want you guys to understand this stuff. I want you to make the most out of this opportunity. And the blog section, the blog section on the website is really good. There's a lot of great stuff that is on here. So I wanted to touch up on this because why did I want to touch up on it? Well, things are about to go crazy. And when I say crazy, I mean crazy. As in this next part of the year, things are going to move. They're going to move real fast. And you're going to be tempted to sell at certain points in the market. You're going to see your portfolio and you're going to be like, oh, this looks good, I want to sell. Now, of course, you're entitled to do anything you want to do. And don't let anybody, including the serpent, tell you what to do with your own money. But I don't want you guys to become a meme. I don't want you guys to be like the guy who said, "Oh, I'm selling Bitcoin at $1,000," only to find out that today it's at $44,000 if he had held a couple more years. Now you might think, what's a couple more years? Right? In the big scheme of things, right? What's a couple more years? That's how I want you guys to think. And the only way you're going to do that is if you really understand this back to front. And if you understand XRP and Ripple back to front, you're not selling anytime soon. And again, it's not financial advice, and I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just dropping some straight facts. Now, I want you guys to listen to this, right? It's episode 26, the Ripple drop, growing crypto liquidity, banner year for RippleNet and the Ripple Liquidity Hub. Very important. Very important. Yes, the markets are starting to wake up. Yes, it is exciting. Is there more to come? Absolutely. Absolutely. But just, like I said, caution. Caution during these times, right? Let's not jump. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. That's when mistakes happen. Polkadot, VeChain, Zilligers. This is the year that finally the projects that deserve to be in the spotlight will have their spotlight. Last year we saw meme coins and this coin and that coin all by hype go up, and you're sitting there with your well-researched portfolio going, when's it my turn? Well, I personally, personal opinion, believe that this year is our year of the actual projects that deserve to be at the top. Is the price ready to break out? Of course we're going to talk about that. Of course we're going to talk about that. I want to leave you guys without talking about that today. I'm going to talk about all these things, which is really, really important, right? It's really, really important to cover off all these things and what they're all about. But court orders Ripple and SEC to agree on schedule to end XRP lawsuit. This is probably the big one, right? So the most awaited summary judgment in the SEC case is likely to be one of the fourth affirmative defense, also known as the fair notice defense. The parties are directed to meet and confer as to a briefing schedule for summary judgment motions. The parties shall submit a joint proposed schedule for the court's approval no later than 1 week after the SEC's submission. This is exciting. Ripple wants XRP lawsuit to end sooner rather than later, but it will do so on its own terms. It's not going to be bullied or pressured into rushing this decision. Right? We've waited this long, we may as well go all the way. And I think we will be going all the way in the sense that it's on our terms or it's on our terms. Like, I don't think they're gonna budge with the SEC. There's too much on the line here. Way too much on the line. Are we about to break out towards the dollar? We'll cover that. We'll cover that off. We might have a little drop initially before we get to that, but it's looking good. Now, I want you guys to check this out. It goes for 1:38, and then I'll touch base with you.
In 2021 with RippleNet, we ended the year at a $10 billion run rate in terms of volume moving through RippleNet as a whole. And we're in 22 destination markets with on-demand liquidity. And that was a core piece of feedback that we heard from customers. They want that product, but they want it in more destinations. We're close to having global coverage of ODL, which is super exciting.
What benefits have RippleNet customers seen by using on-demand liquidity?
It's a couple of things. Number one, it's more capital efficient to use ODL. And historically, it was a problem. But as interest rates increase, as we are potentially going to see in the United States in 2022, the cost of capital is also going to increase. And the savings you get in terms of capital usage with ODL is going to be even more substantial. That means that our customers before ODL had to pre-fund using expensive capital in the destinations. With ODL, they no longer have to do that. Number two, it's faster to move money with ODL cross borders, so you get that speed increase. And then lastly, as we talked about earlier, the price in terms of sending money cross borders continues to go down as crypto liquidity goes up. And again, these are three really, really good sort of trends that are working in the favor of the value proposition for RippleNet's on-demand liquidity product.
I mean, how exciting is that? I mentioned a couple of nights ago that this was an important episode to watch from the Ripple blogs. And I'm really glad that JV posted it out on Twitter, because I know some of you just don't take the time to do that. So I hope that was helpful and it makes you understand just how powerful what the on-demand liquidity product does. Now, where are we going? Well, look, for me, where we are right now is a great position to kick off towards the dollar. However, I still believe that the 72 cents drop is at play. For now, it's getting weaker and weaker and weaker, but it is at play. But when I look at this, like, you know, I mean, double digits, where we're all heading, how exciting. How really exciting it's starting to become, and like I just cannot wait for what the rest of the year has in store for us. But for now, just be on the lookout for that 72 cents drop potentially before we really kick off in a very big way towards breaking the previous all-time high and then going much higher. And you know what? I'm going to be with you every single step of the way. Now, if you do enjoy today's video, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. As always, thank you, and I look forward to see you on the next one.